Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, JuJu's Journey. I went to the bank today, got all of my money out that I needed for my month. You know, the way I do it is a little bit different than the way some people do it. I'm on a very fixed income of $3,000 a month. It goes into my checking account and I take it right out. I do not want it sitting there. I do not want to run my debit card as little as possible, and I can do that because I am 1 month ahead by using this zero-based budget cash envelope stuffing, and I've only done it for 1 year. I started last January 2025, and I was able on my little tight income to be 1 month ahead. So with that being said, that's the reason I can pull the whole $3,000 out, because my monthly bills are actually, they do come out draft of my checking account. But I go ahead and I leave $3,000 in the bank and I pull out $3,000. Somehow I've made a little boo-boo. I'm shy $100 in this stack of money, but that's okay. I know why it's short. I just thought that I had made it right whenever I went and pulled out the money. A little bit about myself. I'm JuJu. I'm a widow. I'm living on my own for the first time in my whole entire life. I've been living on my own now for 1 year and 1 month, and that's due to my husband passing away. It's been a horrible, horrible journey in my life, and I don't wish it on anyone, but that's my reality. And so if I can help somebody understand that you can do it, because if I can do it, guys, you can definitely do it. I just wish I had started this whole process whenever my husband and I were younger, and I probably wouldn't be living on such a tight budget right now. But I am living on my retirement. That's a good thing. So I'm not complaining. I'm young enough to go work. I do know that. I work on some side hustles from time to time. I would really like to vamp that back up. Every time I get motivated to do it, something silly happens. So the last thing that silly happened was the weather. We live in the South, the deep South, and we don't get ice, but every so often. And so last weekend we were under the weather advisory for sleet and ice, and so you can't really get out and do anything. We don't have the equipment to clear our roads and take care of those things. And then now today is a Friday, and I should wake up to snow on the ground tomorrow, which I'm very, very, very excited about. And I am excited that the ice kind of missed us. We got just a little bit of ice, but it was enough to send me in hibernation for a few days. Nothing to make me motivated to hustle, because it's, cold, and we don't do cold in the South like other people do. But anyway, let's get started. This should be $2,900. It really should be $3,000. But last month I had to make this was my last month's budget, and my electricity bill went up $151 last month. Like, it's that much higher. So I had to come up with $151, actually $152 out of my budget, which kind of sucks. But apparently whenever I was doing that, I overcompensated $100. So whenever I went to go do my tally on seeing how much my money break down, like how many 5s I needed, how many 1s, how many 10s, how many 20s. Anyway, I'm $100 off. The bank did not make a mistake. I made a mistake. I knew that I was going to be shy, not be shy 100. I did budget everything but $100, and I was going to get that back in 20s and put it in my overflow. That way I would have it, and if I wanted to fund one of these categories that I did not stuff, I would have done that. But anyway, it is what it is. I can run to the bank and grab that 100, or either I can just leave it out and it'll be sitting in my bank. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not planning on spending it. So I've counted this money 3 times. It's all here. It's all here. So, I mean, I have all of my 1s. I have all of my 5s. I have all of my 10s and 20s, 50s, and 100s. I'm not going to count it again. I've done it 3 times, and that is plenty. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and stuff my bank binder. Since I only get paid once a month, I like to stuff all of my money in this one binder, and I use this as my bank. That way I don't have to run to the bank every week and pull my money to stuff my envelopes. I could choose to stuff my envelopes only once a month, and that would be fine. But me personally, to keep me on this journey and to keep me focused and to keep me motivated, I like to stuff my binders once a week. And the way I decide I'm going to stuff my binders once a week, or the reason I do that, is because if something were to happen and I didn't have enough money set aside to pay for it, and I don't even want to use this as a case scenario, but I am anyway. Let's say, for example, my hot water heater, and I had to go buy one. Well, if I didn't have enough money to go purchase that, even with my 1 month ahead, I would probably not want to touch my 1 month ahead. What I would do is pause everything that I'm doing, because, you know, some things don't have to be stuffed. None of this actually has to be stuffed. But I would want to pause and pull money out of this little bank binder first and pay for it, and then just resume the next month. But I would not want to go out of my high priority binder, because I have 3 more binders that I stuff. I don't want to go get money from those places that I've already saved for. I just don't want to do it. If I can just put everything on pause and then reset for the next month, that's a lot better than unstuffing what I've already worked so hard for. So I hope that makes sense. So we're going to get started and stuff this bank binder with $2,900. So JuJu gets an allowance of $50 a week. And so I am so sorry that I keep coughing. This cough will not go away. So let's get this right. We need 20. I'm a visual person, y'all. I have to set it out just to make sure I don't mess myself up, okay? And then 10s. I get $50 each week to spend any way I want. But let's just say that the hot water heater goes out. JuJu is not going to get $50 a week to spend any way I want. You get it? So I'm going to put this money here, and then when it's time to stuff my binders, I usually do that on a Sunday. I'll come in and pull $50 to go in my cash wallet to set me up for the week. Groceries, I give myself $50 a week. I know that doesn't sound like much to y'all, but I don't have to really cook at my house. You know, I just don't. And so that's just the way it is. And so there we go. So we have $200 going into groceries for the month of February. I have not, thank goodness, been using all of my cash wallet money. I've been able to stuff it for my, money saving challenges, which is good. That might make me reach a goal on one of my high priority things earlier. Or it may actually help me go to my daughter's wedding. Whichever. Hopefully it's not going to help pay for a hot water heater. So dining out gets $30 a week. So that turns out to be I don't even know what that is a month. $120. So everybody, I hope, is doing good. They said it's gonna snow like 8 inches, y'all. I hope so. I love snow. I don't like ice. Lunch gets $20 a week, so that's 20, 40, 60, 80. And there's so these, my little cash tray and my binders and my envelopes, all of this I get off of Amazon. Miscellaneous gets $10 a week. 10, 20, 30, and 40. If y'all don't understand what miscellaneous is, I stuff $10 a week in my cash wallet. And that is just in case, let's say I go out to eat and my total is $32, but I've only budgeted $30 for dining out. I can use miscellaneous money to help pay for that. I try not to overdo and use miscellaneous, but I have no choice, you know. Giving is going to get $20, but in fives, because I do $5 a week. And I'm trying to let that actually accumulate. I still budgeted that, even though I had to cut a lot of things, you know. My insurance gets $250. Let's see how many fives I got. 50s. I know 4 of them I've got to set. I'm going to put these back here because I do not want those to get mixed up. So $255. Although these bills are drafted, I like to touch this money. Then when the bill comes out of my checking account, I will pull it and put it in my bank binder. And then if I do not, because I'm 1 month ahead in my checking account, if I do not need to deposit, I'll hold on to that. And then whenever I'm doing my next month's budget, I'll use that money, add to it to make my $3,000. Do you understand? I'm not going to keep that money and then withdraw $3,000 more. I just see what kind of denominations I need. If I need to swap out money, take it to the bank, and vice versa, I'll do that too. Okay, water bill is $80. And I think I'll probably do 20s for that. I don't think I accounted for that to be a 50. Electricity, you're the culprit. You're the one who did me wrong. You did me wrong this month. And it's going to be even higher next month. $384 off by myself. $384.74. So really, $385. Shame, shame, shame. 100, 200, 300, 50, 60, 70, 85. Okay, and then we have phone bill is 60. So let's do 20, 40, and 60. It's important to set yourself up good, guys. Internet, 85. I wonder if I did a 50 for that. I'm sure I did. 50. Isn't that weird? I had 2. Oh, I get... Okay. That's not a 5. 50, 60, 70, 85 for my internet. Okay, then we have checking fees, which is 7. Five, 6, 7. Or should I say 5, 6, 7? My granddaughter is driving me insane with that 6, 7. 101 for my car maintenance plan, which I'm not. Okay, 35 for scrubbies. I need to take my car through scrubbies, but it'll have to be after the snow day. 35 for scrubbies. That's very important. My husband kept my cars so clean that I don't do it. Subscriptions, 100. And gas is 60. I have $30 left over from last month, but I'm going to go ahead and give 60. Just because I'm almost on empty. And I do need to I might need to go out of town, so I'm just going to beef this up. Next month, I may not have to stuff it at all. You never know. Okay, pets, food, meds, etc. Let's see where we are. Pets, food, med. Okay, you know what? I did not budget for that, which is okay because I don't need anything. I need to add that to this list. I forgot to add it. You know, I redid everything January, and I forgot all about that. I should have looked in this binder. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the nitty-gritty. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go down all of my categories, and we'll talk it over, and I'll do it accordingly. Okay, house taxes gets $100 a month, but it gets $25 a week. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need 4 5s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what I'm going to do is, just so I know that we're doing this correctly, I'm going to put a check mark. So I'm going to take these 20s and stick them in the in the 20s. So whenever it's time to stuff my envelopes, they'll be there. And then I'll put these in the 5s. Okay, house insurance gets $50 a week. So that's $200. So that's why I saved out these 450s. Oh, my house insurance and my car insurance this year is out of the roof. This is for 2027. I did save enough money to pay them, but goodness, it's crazy. I think I have to pay like almost $5,000. Car taxes, I give $20 a week. So let's put those 20s where they go. Oop. Okay. Tax prep is not going to get anything. Amazon's not going to get anything. House maintenance is going to get 20 and 5s. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we have 4 weeks in February. Okay, that was what? House maintenance. Car maintenance I'm skipping this month. Emergency is going to get $20, 5, 10, 15, 20, only $5 a week. So let me put a check mark so I don't get confused. Medical, the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Savings is going to get the same. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And month ahead, I'm not putting any money in this month. That's all because of that electric bill, guys. Personal care is going to get 25, 10, 15, 20. I couldn't give up on my personal care. I don't have enough money saved up in it yet. I said, if I need some deodorant, I better have some money in personal care. You know? In pets and vet, I went down from $10 a week to $5 a week to help make up for that daggum electric bill. So there's 4 or 5s for that. And we have gotten that taken care of. We've got JuJu, we've got this, and then we can turn it over. And we'll go to clothes. I'm not doing clothes this month. I'm not going to put any money because of that electric bill. Entertainment, I'm still going to put $5 a week in entertainment. That's going to be important. I need to try to keep up with that. I don't have but, what, $20 saved? And entertainment is nice. If I want to go to someone's house and bring a beverage or something, I should be able to do that. Vacation is getting $20. 2, 4, 6, 8, $20 a week. So let's put that in the 20s. Okay. Okay, let me see where we are. Meal, I'm not going to do gifts, wish list, or lawn and garden. Wedding's going to get $15 a week. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I need 4 5s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alrighty, so let's get these boogers where they go. 5s. And 10s. Uh-oh. What did I do? Did I stuff it in my 5? Look at that. Yes, I did. I would have been looking everywhere for that little booger. Okay, so that was wedding. Adventure gets $10 a week. I think I went from 20 to 10 for that electric bill. But that's okay. Hopefully my electric bill in 2 months, I won't even have, it'll be low again. So, and then Easter gets $5 a week. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now I'm kind of confused because I have all these 20s left over. I don't know what I did wrong. But anyway, we'll see. I may have, we'll see. I'm telling you, when you do your monthly budgets, it usually turns out just fine. Okay. So my grandkid number 1 gets, oh, I don't need those ones. Grandkid number 1 gets 4 5s this month. Grandkid number 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grandkid number 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grandkid number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grandkid number 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Child number 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Child number 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Child number 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And child number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have child number 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Somehow I have these 20s and these 5s. This is going to be an interesting month, guys. I don't know. I'm not going to redo my budget. I know that I have $3,000, really $2,900. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 240, 250. I made a notation. No, not on that one. I do have something about 230. It's all going to be fine because if I have an overage, then I'll just take this money that I miscalculated because I did cut out a lot of these sinking funds for my envelopes. I can just take the money at the end of the month, divide it up, and go and stuff at least a little bit of money in each of those envelopes that I missed, okay? The ones that I didn't account for. So it's all going to go somewhere. It's spent. It's out of my checking account. When I look at my checking account, I'll know exactly what I have in there. It's not money I can take out. You know, I've got to have it for those bills that are going to be drafted. And so it's not like I'm just going to be able to spend money. And so it's in this bank binder, so I've already spent it. It's not going anywhere. I do not have a ones. That is so silly to me. Huh. I will. I'll put my ones in my overflow because I don't normally do ones anyway. Okay. So we're good, guys. My bank binder's stuffed. We'll find out at the end of the month. You'll have to tune in and see what happens with that $250 that I didn't adjust right. It looks like I didn't adjust something for $350. But that's what happens when you, I'm usually not off like that, guys. But I did my budgeting last night late. Like I said, I've pulled my $3,000. It's spent. Every dollar is going to be accounted for. It's taken care of. It's going to go to something, I can promise you that. But anyway, I am so excited to watch my money start growing again. I started out this year with, on January, I took every bit of money that I had in my cash binders and put them in my Ally High Yield Savings account. And I've been able to save $5,000 outside of the $3,000. But part of that is going to go pay for some of my bills that, well, I don't even think part of it because I've already pulled the money for my house insurance. I may have to pull it for my car taxes. That's probably the only thing. But my house insurance and my house, all of that's in my bank waiting for me to write the check. so my Ally account, I do have almost $5,000 in it, and it's actually making, like last month, I think it was like $4,970 is what I have. And last month in interest, I made $13 and some odd cents. I would have never made that in my own personal savings account in my local town. This high yield Ally, ALLY. I'll put the link in my description. I think actually if you sign up using that link, you might they might give you a little bit of cash, and they might give me a little bit of cash. I'm not sure how that works, but Ally is a very reputable bank. It's not a scam. It's very easy to sign up for. I watched a lot of channels, and that's who they were using. And so I checked them out, and it's a real good bank. You can actually do all of your banking with them. But I just chose to open up a savings account, and I have it linked with my bank. And so whenever I want to transfer money, I just transfer it on the computer. And then if I want to transfer money back into my bank in Hartsville, I can do that too. Real easy. It does take maybe 2 days before it hits your checking account or your savings account. But that's fine. Usually when you're going to do that, it's intentional anyway, so you'll do it in plenty of time. But I'm enjoying it. I think I signed up in June, possibly July, and I have no regrets. If you think about it, I've already made close to, what, $70? At least $70, maybe $80 since I opened up that account by doing nothing. And I promise you, at my local bank, I probably would have made 30 cents, if that, maybe not even that, a month. So I'm excited. And then when I get off here, I've got to go scan my Fetch rewards. My daughter gave me her receipts today. We spent the afternoon together. And so every dime she spent, every place she went, I said, no, get your receipt. That really pans off too. Next time I'll try to remember to tell y'all how much I have. I am this close, y'all, this close from getting a $50 Amazon card. That's what I choose. That's what I'm going to choose to do with my rewards. But if y'all don't have Fetch, I'll put my link in that description too, and it's the same thing. If you use my link, you get points, and so do I. But why not? You're spending the money. Why not scan your receipts and then build up points so you can redeem them towards gift cards? You know, it can be to restaurants. It can be to grocery stores. It can be to Amazon. You can get a Visa card. There's a whole bunch of ways you can redeem your points. So that's just exciting to me. But anyway, y'all have a great night. Wish me luck with the snow. I love the snow. We did get the side-by-side out. It's not going to be trapped in my garage because I have to open up a gate to get it out. So it's next door underneath their carport. So we can get out and play in the snow tomorrow, hopefully. Please let it be a good snow day. We love snow. We act like lunatics because we don't get much. And normally the most that we ever get is like between 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches. And they said we're going to get a foot of snow tomorrow. A foot. Can you imagine? It's going to be a winter wonderland. Usually we'll get snow, and by that afternoon you can already see grass again. The sun comes out and melts it. And then you only have a little bit of snow left under trees. We never have snow for more than 2 days. One time I think we had good snow that lasted for 3 days, and we were excited about it while my kids were growing up. But no, they only usually get to play in the snow for 1 day, and then maybe a little bit the next day, and that's it. So we're excited. We are so excited. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all have a good day. Thumbs up, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Bye. Talk to you later. I just have to figure out how to turn you guys off. Hold on. I do it on my watch.